This is not crypto's fault.
No, it's not crypto.
It's like the FTX saga. It wasn't because of crypto. It's because Sam Bankman-Fried was a
No, I
fraudster.
agree.
And then this is because of the SEC.
I agree. I
out of
agree.
our hands.
It's not crypto that's a bad thing. I agree. It's human beings. It's what they do with it. Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. Bitcoin ETF just approved. But of course, you don't want to hear from me. You want to hear from our crypto expert. Sensei Crypto is live on the phone. Let's go straight over to Sensei. Here he is. Sensei, welcome to the show. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the show. I've seen the news. We discussed on Sunday's show what my thoughts would be. I did think it would pump a bit more when the news came out in the first 5 to 15 minutes. It pumped sort of 5%, and now it seems to be coming back down. My thoughts before were is going to pump and then crash, and we would end the week lower than we were last Sunday. Right now we are down on the day. Surprising. We're down 3.5% now. That's on the day that the ETF is approved. So it does seem so far to be the sell the news event. Obviously, the Bitcoin ETF, I'm not sure when it will actually be available to trade on the stock market. I don't know if that will have any major effect on it. I don't think so. So it's looking like it's sell the news event. I'm just looking at the charts right now. It's very volatile. It's a very hard thing to be trading right now. So do manage your risk with your stop loss and take profits. I wouldn't be trading this if you don't trade before. It's very risky. But I do believe that the news is here, which is obviously great. It was inevitable, but I think this whole run-up we've had for the last few months was because of the Bitcoin ETF. So now we've got the Bitcoin ETF. How much more is it going to run up? I don't think that much more. And I think I think we might get a 10 to 15, 20% correction in the coming weeks.
Okay, now what do you think about this? I mean, doesn't this, beg the argument that this is, ridiculous and pointless if we finally get something that makes Bitcoin or crypto more useful? Everybody bought it because they was hoping it was going to happen. Now it's going to happen. Everyone dumps it. It kind of defeats the point, because remember, when someone sells it, it means someone's buying it. So someone's going to be left holding the bag. That's just inevitable. And how does that compare to if we've got a business? I talk about Apple or Microsoft or Google or J&J, Coca-Cola. It breaks through. It invents something, it achieves something. The business is now more profitable, and the price continues going up. The dividends get increased. Everything grows. What is the sense of this? That we've now got something that is good for crypto. Everyone's dumping it. It just reveals to me the whole thing didn't make any sense, and the people that bought it didn't really believe in it in the first place, because now they're all dumping it. What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's just more of a classic market move. It's more of sell the news event. It's not limited to Bitcoin. I know it can seem that way at the moment, but it happens with stocks. It happens with commodities. It happens with anything that market participants are part of. The news is there. People buy up the news, and it's sell the news event. I mean, we've heard the term sell the news, and it's not just because of crypto. And now we see it playing out in Bitcoin. What I want to stress is I don't know if this will be, there is an element of sell the news, and that's what we're seeing currently. But long term is what's important. Long term, it means this allows the opportunity for financial advisors and people that manage people's money to have a means of buying Bitcoin for their clients. It gives it that regulatory clarity that we haven't had before. So long term, it's certainly a really good thing. It's short term trading. Bitcoin, it can be volatile, it can be sell the news, it can be annoying. But I think what's important to take away is this is going to be a very good thing for Bitcoin long term. But as a trader myself, I like to trade the volatility and get the best price for Bitcoin. So I definitely wouldn't be buying now. And I've got some cash on the side, as you've seen in the portfolio. and we've been selling a little bit as well to be buying it if it does drop that 20%. I could be completely wrong, and tomorrow Bitcoin's at 55,000 because somehow a lot of money has come in. I don't think that will be the case, but I'm not too worried about what's going to happen today, tomorrow, in the next couple of weeks. I just think this is a very bullish event for Bitcoin in the coming months and years.
Okay, I appreciate your thoughts on that, and I know you understand that I'm giving you those sort of type of questions to get that answer from you. You know, it's not I'm all against crypto, as you know. I'm not. I believe that crypto does belong on my portfolio, and it does. It's well over 5% now, actually. So overall, so that's good. But people could miss out, couldn't they? If they suddenly sell it now and the stock drops, and then it's instantly back up again, you're now chasing the stock, thinking, "Oh my God, I just sold it at 45, and now I'm buying it back at 50. I've just I've lost out now." Now for me, as you know, I bought it at 15,000 because we always thought that's where it could drop to. If it ultimately goes to $1 million or whatever number we want to pick out of the sky, I'm going to be up, right? Because I bought in at 15,000. I'm going to be in a nice position. I can hold it forever. Now we've got the ETF. What does it actually mean in practical terms? What are we going to see? Are we going to see like an S&P 500 for Bitcoin? Is that what we're going to see?
Yeah, so it is interesting. I think when we saw the gold ETF, gold was sitting around $400 and a few months, a couple years after, it was trading at 3-4 times that. So I imagine something similar can happen with Bitcoin, for example, going into 2025. If I'm going to put this out there, I think we can see a Bitcoin trading around $300,000 in the next couple years, and a large part of that could be to do with this ETF that we've seen. As I said, it allows a lot more money to come into Bitcoin and the crypto world. It attracts a lot of investors. It's not just going to be the retail. It's not just going to be the traders that hold a lot of the Bitcoin. It's going to be big money. It's going to be institutions buying this up. And what it means basically is you buy the Bitcoin ETF. I don't know if all of them have been approved at once. I think there's 10 different applications. What it means basically is you can buy that as a stock. And the underlying company will be buying the spot Bitcoin. So they will be holding the Bitcoin for you and charging you a 1.5% fee, 2% fee, 1% fee. So they will actually be buying the Bitcoin as the underlying asset. So if people don't want to hold their own Bitcoin and not on their own ledger, for example, they can buy the stock of it, and it's just going to be tracking the price of Bitcoin. For example, Bitcoin's price right now, 45,700. The price, I think, will probably of the stock might be $45.70. So that another part of that will be it's going to look more attractive on the stock market, because when someone sees a price of $45, they're more lured in to buy it because they think it's cheaper. So you might see that stock go to $200 in 2025. So yeah, it's just going to be a stock you can buy, and the underlying company or manager will be buying the spot Bitcoin and holding it themselves.
Someone just mentioned in the chat, and I'd like your comment to this. One of our members, Niels, has just said the SEC has not approved the listing and trading of spot Bitcoin exchange traded products. Seems like the SEC official account has been hacked. What's your comment to that?
Oh,
that's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't think they've been.
I'll put it on the screen now.
They've been hacked, that is ridiculous. If the SEC's account has been hacked, oh my God,
is it true? Just have it.
I'm looking at Gary Gensler's. Let me just double check. This is Gary Gensler's Twitter. It seems like it is. The SEC, this is an official statement from Gary Gensler. The SEC Gov Twitter account was compromised and an unauthorized tweet was posted. The SEC has not approved the listing and trading of spot Bitcoin exchange trading product. This is ridiculous. This is
wow.
I can't. How can the SEC is supposed to protect? And this is the SEC. We've seen the games they've been playing in crypto all along. We followed the whole XRP case and all the terrible things they've done in that case, and all because of investor protection, which they weren't protecting the investors. And now you've just seen that they've managed to get their Twitter account hacked. And they're the ones trying to protect investors. If this is true, which I mean, Gary Gensler, who knows if Gary Gensler's account's been hacked, or the SEC's crypto Twitter account's
incredible,
been hacked.
Incredible. I mean,
lost for words.
Yeah, lost for words. This is why, with the greatest respect to everybody, crypto is 5% of my portfolio. All right, this is ridiculous. So what we're saying,
I want to make clear, Martyn. I mean, this is not crypto's fault.
No,
I mean,
it's not crypto.
It's like the FTX saga. It wasn't because of crypto. It's because Sam Bankman-Fried was.
No, I agree.
And then this is because of the SEC.
I agree. I agree. It's not crypto that's a bad thing. I agree. It's human beings. It's what they do with it is the problem. Yeah. That's the problem. You can't make up selling a can of Coke or selling somebody an iPhone. Yes, you could be crooked and do all kinds of stuff, but you pay for a product, you get a service, right? It still could be manipulated, but it's a transaction. Here, we've got human beings doing bad stuff, and there's no checks and balances. We've even got the SEC hacked. I mean, it just makes them. This is an incredible day to witness this.
Yeah, it is. I mean, looking at Bitcoin's price, you'd imagine it would be going down further with the news of it being hacked,
and it's surprising it's holding.
Yeah, it is. So I mean, we'll see how this plays out. Tomorrow is sort of the day that everyone did anticipate the ETF to be released anyway. That's according to Bloomberg analysts saying that there's a 90% chance it will be approved by tomorrow. So I'm sure they'll be giving out statements, not through Twitter, maybe an official statement of him talking maybe would be the best way to do it. But then we've got the issue of AI. But I'm sure if we do see a live a press conference from the SEC to explain what is going on, that will be the best way to get the clear information. So we'll track it and how it goes. I mean, it's.
Do you say? I mean, is this? Could this potentially, if the ETF was about to be approved, could this stop it? Because the SEC will go, look at this. This is the sort of world we're in. This is where. Yeah. This is why we can't have. Why we can't, fully rubber stamp crypto, because this sort of stuff can happen. I mean, I'm looking at it as devil's advocate. It could have been done on purpose, and it could be the last minute to show you this is why we can't have it. What do you think of that?
No, I don't think that. I think the way the reason they'll maybe stop it and give a statement is because the markets have been so volatile on the back and forward news, and they want to give them a much better statement of when it is actually going to be approved. I don't think they would stop it because this is crypto not doing what it's supposed to, and crypto's a scam and this sort of stuff, because what they have been in talks for months, and even Gary Gensler has spoken about it will be approved at some point. So I don't think it would stop the ETF being approved for the reason of a Twitter account being hacked. But I think it could change things in regards to the statement he gives, and it may delay the actual approval by tomorrow. So it'll be interesting to follow, and I assume they have to give a big apology out and a statement for them having their Twitter account hacked, which is a big security compromise, which has caused I'm sure a lot of money being lost by many people.
And they're the people that are supposed to protect us from all of this, and they've had their account hacked. I mean, how does that happen? I mean, have they not got two-factor authenticator turned on, and I mean, what? I mean, they're in charge of security, and hang on a minute, I didn't change my password. It's 1234. You know, I've never. What the hell is going on? It's ridiculous.
It is. I expect Bitcoin's price to slowly start coming back down. It is holding strong. It's $46,000. I am short on Bitcoin. My stop loss is at around its highs at 47,500. So if I get stopped out, I'm about break even, a small loss. If not, then I might be taking my profits more around the $42,000 mark.
What is your average? What did you buy it in for?
My average short position, I got in, let me tell you exactly, 47,200 is my average short position. The price where most of our Bitcoin was purchased is between 15 and 25,000. So I think the average on that would be just under 20,000.
I mean, not for me to say, because I come to you for crypto advice, right? You know, so I'm certainly not going to suggest for you to do anything that I suggest. But if you bought it like I did, around the 15,000, and we are in a world of chaos and confusion, and it's going to go up and down, left and right, manipulation, ins and outs, God knows what's going to happen, would it not be more prudent, as I'm doing, just leaving it at 15,000 and let everyone mess and bugger around until the dust settles, and you're going to be up anyway? Because like you say, it's going to go 50,000, 300,000 and up. Obviously, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make profit on the way down, and then you buy on the way up again. So you'll make a lot more profit than me. I get it. But heck of a risk, isn't it? Why don't we just own it at 15 and just go all the way to $1 million?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be easier?
That is what we've been doing. We've been buying at the really low risk areas, and as you've seen, we've not been trying to trade the 1K to 10K portfolio too much. We bought it at low prices, and that's why we've been happy to hold on to it, because worst case scenario, I think Bitcoin will come down to 20,000, 15,000, which is still at break even for us. So it doesn't really matter. So that's why I'm happy with holding it. There might be some profits to be taken let's say we get to 50,000, the Bitcoin gets approved tomorrow. I might send the signal out, let's sell 50% of our position and go a bit more cash. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes forward. I'm not going to be trading based off this volatile news at the moment in terms of our long-term portfolio, because we are very safe with the investments we are in at the prices we've bought them.
Sensei, thank you for making an historic video this evening. I can't wait to put this together. I'm not quite sure how to title it now. SEC approval or oopsie doopsie. Let's see what happens. We've just had a confirmation from one of our viewers. Confirmation, the SEC deleted the tweet. I'm going to end the video right now, put this out as a video, and look out for this video. It's going to be quite a thumbnail, I think. Sensei, thank you for your time and enjoy your holiday.
Thank you very much, Martyn. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you very much indeed. There is Sensei. How about that for an eventful evening, eh? How about that? That doesn't happen every day, does it? Well, Bitcoin ETF approved. Oopsie doopsie. Scrub that. No, that didn't happen. Someone hacked the SEC, the body that exists to protect us for security and God knows what else. They don't know what they're doing. To be fair, it wasn't them. Somebody hacked their account. Is it their fault? Did they set their security correct? I don't know. Anyway, there we go. I will put this video out in a few minutes' time, and I'm sure we'll get lots of comments. Bitcoin ETF approved. Oopsie doopsie, maybe not. Hold on to your Bitcoin. Until next time, leave me your thoughts. Click above my head for the links down in the description. Over here, and go and comment to my tweet on X. I'm going to put that up there, and hopefully my account won't get hacked. We'll see what comes on my X account later on. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other.